and that is going to put a batsman off, especially when he is taking the attack to the bowlers. And you can see the slower deliveries, the cross-seam deliveries, and when you're bowling a short ball, get it head high.
Still not a run in this over 2 balls bowled. Binra Fernando appears to got his rhythm quite early. He seemed to be dropping it in those right areas.
He's worked extremely hard during this time, and I think the key there is, we spoke about the scattergun yesterday, pitch map of the teams that played yesterday. He, apart from the ball he was cut, his length has been immaculate so far.
Oh, he was wrong-footed there. And they're coming back for 2. So Kyle Abbott. It's been quite decent, isn't it, for Binra Fernando? As you said, he's been out with injury. He's kind of been fallen out of favor. Really tried hard to get back into national reckoning. And this will become a great platform for him to really come and express himself.
Yeah, it will, and I think you summed it up there, Rashan. He's tried hard. He's worked extremely hard at his game, and you know, you like seeing players that work hard, do the hard yards. He's lost a hell of a lot of weight. He's got himself to an optimum level of fitness now, and you like to see guys who do that get rewarded for their efforts.
I'm sure he'll try to use his height as well. 6'7" reminds me a bit of Mone Morkel, and the asset he has with his height to extract a little bit of extra bounce. So that's why if he bowls the right length, it could be uncomfortable for a batsman, because you're indecisive as to whether to get your weight going forward or stand back. And being a left-hander as well, that unique angle is very, very challenging for a right-hander.
Again, that back of a length.
The thing with Binura here, which is different to what we saw Kyle Abbott do, I think the right attack to both of these guys is into their body. The key for that, though, is getting your length. The time Kyle Abbott attacked the body, he got his length wrong. It was a half volley on leg stump, which any batsman is going to put away. But Binura's just bowled back of a length with his height, Darren, as
say that barring that first over from Abbott, generally the bowling has been pretty disciplined. They've got it spot on. The Stallions, they've worked to a plan, as you said, back of the length, and they've been at the body of the batsman.
And they've made another change to their bowling. Dwayne Oliver, who is a genuine wicket taker, who's had Test experience and ODI experience with South Africa. He'll be searching for an early wicket, because you saw what happened in that first game. 79 is what was produced in the power play overs, a partnership of 75. So you don't want to allow for a big platform to be built in this innings. So wickets very crucial.
We're talking about a wicket, and that's exactly what happens. Wanidu Hasaranga, the catcher, and Oliver breaks through.
Yeah, that looked just a little bit of extra pace there, just short of a length, and going to a really good fielder. You can have a look, Olivier banging it in, short, extra bit of pace, extra bit of bounce. Good control there from Hasaranga, nice and still, watching it into his hands.
Well, we spoke about the importance of wickets. It's so different from yesterday's game. It was bang, bang, bang and runs. But here, a wicket's lost. Olivier getting the wicket. Walton out for 4. It's 24 for 1.
देख लेना इस बार मेरी 11 राशिद 11 के चौरंगी स्टॉप कौन से है? तीसरा स्टॉप. थैंक यू. खुद को चैंप समझते हो तो चैंप बन के दिखाओ. My 11 is ready. और आपकी?
my11circle.com से ऐप डाउनलोड करो, अपनी टीम बनाओ और राशिद के साथ खेलो. my11circle.com.
Play with champions.
The entire stadium will be covered with cricket's true color. Fans will cheer for men in blue. India Tour of Australia, only on Sony Sports channels.
Right, Azam Khan is a new batsman. Now, Mickey, tell us about him. You've been around in Pakistan for longer than in Sri Lanka, so you should know these guys.
I do know him. He's got a lot of talent. He hits the ball extremely hard. Obviously, Moin Khan's son, so he's had a cricket pedigree in his. He would have had all the Pakistan players around his house growing up. But he's an exciting cricketer.
Gunatilaka on strike. That's a wide. Now the question is, okay, we'll come to that. We'll show you the wicket, and after that I'll come to that. Take a look at this. This is Walton.
Yeah, pace on the ball. Always effective with a new ball at the top of the innings. It wasn't a rank short delivery. It was outside the off, and Walton probably chose the wrong option to go leg side. Might have been better off looking to hit it through the offside, maybe cut the ball.
Swung away on the onside. That is definitely a My 11 circle champion shot.
Great shot, Danushka Gunatilaka. Again, the thing about Danushka, his strengths are when the ball's wide, he drives beautifully through the offside. And what makes him an international cricketer, in my view, is the fact that he plays the short ball well. And you have to play the short ball well as an opening batsman in international cricket.
Now the question to you, Darren, is do you think the fans should have Danushka Gunatilaka in their fantasy team when they download this My 11 Circle app?
Definitely, they're missing a trick if they're not.
Pass point. That's another boundary. Well, finally, Danushka Gunatilaka seemed to be just getting into his rhythm. I think the Gladiators needed that.
My 11 circle, champion shot yet again. Make it number 6 for Gunatilaka. He's been exceptional despite having lost his opening partner, Chadwick Walton. Anything that is wide, anything that is short, he's been able to pounce on it.
So last ball of the over. That's gone fine. That's another boundary. He certainly should be in that fantasy team. And you need to download the app, my11circle.com. It's 37 for 1.
डिसीजन पेंडिंग है, पर तुम्हारा डिसीजन अभी ले लो। माई 11 सर्कल पे अपनी टीम बनाओ और मुझे हराओ। खुद को चैंप समझते हो तो प्ले विद चैंपियंस। डाउनलोड माई 11 सर्कल ऐप नाउ।
मैन इन ब्लू मैदान में उतरेंगे अपने सबसे तगड़े राइवल्स ऑस्ट्रेलिया के सामने। मैं तो सुबह 8 बजे देखूंगा सोनी के स्पोर्ट्स चैनल पर। और अब इंडिया वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया आ रहा है, देखिएगा जरूर। धन्यवाद।
Want to be with the new ball and with the heart. Very well bowled.
He's off the mark. Azam Khan, you were talking about what a strong player he is, and is that a glimpse of what to expect?
That's a glimpse of what you can expect. He doesn't mess around. He doesn't hang around Azam Khan. You give him any scoring opportunity, he's going to take it. He's a dangerous player. Jaffna will be happy when they see the back of him because he can change the course of games. Had a really good PSL this year with Quetta Gladiators and a very good local domestic 2020 comp.
All right, let's see. Quick single here. Very well run. I hope Darushka Gunatilaka is all right. Then underarm hit him straight, but they ran well. Azam Khan's quite quick.
I tell you who is quick, Wanindu Hasaranga. He's got to that ball with extreme pace. He normally
They got a lot of firepower left, let's not forget. See, I think what Abbott's trying to do is something that we were talking about up here. From round the wicket, just looking to angle it back and making sure that he's at the batsman, as you said.
Yeah, he's just trying to cramp him up for room, and you kind of got to on this wicket. I think they've probably gone away. They've watched the game last night. They've had a look at lens. They've decided how they want to attack these batsmen. And sometimes it's not actually about the batsman you're going to face. It's about the wicket and the facilities that present itself. They would have looked at the pitch maps from last night and come up with a strategy to bowl into the body of the batsman.
Azam Khan. This time only a single.
When you spoke about lengths, Mickey, a trend that I've seen recently in the IPL, in the CPL, Many bowlers tend to get wickets off that hard length, just short of a good length, and even with short deliveries, many more bowlers are using that option to contain opposition batsmen, also to get wickets. We saw in that first game, 4 wickets fell to seamers with the short ball. So that's a wicket-taking option for fast bowlers.
It'll be a single of the last ball. It's 9 runs off the over. It's 46 for 1.
श्रीलंकन टी20 लीग का ये मुकाबला है कांटे का और इस बात की पूरी गारंटी है, तो सोचिए मत, जल्दी से बनाइए अपनी फेवरेट टीम ओनली ऑन माई टीम 11, इंडिया की अपनी फैंटेसी ऐप.
Turn your ordinary Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday into extraordinary. Watch WWE Live, where you'll find extraordinary heroes with extraordinary moves. From punches to power slams. Here, every extraordinary action has an equally extraordinary reaction. So witness Extraordinary live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Live 6:30 a.m. and repeats at 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Only on Sony 10.1 and in Hindi on Sony 10.3.
46 for 1, 5 overs gone. Now this tournament is going around the world. I'm sure we've got people glued watching this. We had plenty of action yesterday for game number 1. Finished after midnight yesterday. I'm sure you stuck with us, but there we go.
Now make your team only on My 11 Circle. Download the app now.
time to show cricket's true colour. India Tour of Australia. Only on Sony Sports Network.
So the run rate in the first 6 overs, the power play, 8.83. Means the captain comes into play now. Tisora Pereira. We'll be relying on a bit of change of pace around the place also. Now just a couple of bits of information about this surface today. It's the same track that was used yesterday. The boundary is 64 metres. So it's 70 yards, 64 metres. So it is going to be something that the batsmen are going to be fancying, I have no doubt. The conditions are absolutely ideal. It's around about 26 degrees. Fairly humid out there. You'll see the players will be fairly drenched in perspiration pretty soon. Tight line. Nice start from Pereira.
Probably one of Sri Lanka's most experienced players, Tisora Pereira, in this format. Captain of the Jaffna Stallions. And guys, you're in a beautiful part of the world. It's amazing. So many different things to offer.
Thanks for reassurance.
Is that you?
Yeah, that was me. Not. That's more like me. Coconut water and something.
Food. Yeah, I know you know all about it, and that's why you keep coming back.
Correct. Nicely bowled. Good stuff from man from the army. What is he in the army?
Major.
Major in the army.
And we also are staying in a nice little cozy corner in the middle of the jungle. Plenty of nature around us. This morning, the Abu the monkey popped up. You know Abu?
No,
From Aladdin.
No, don't know how.
He's a very lovable monkey. Not too much interest from Tisora Pereira whether to go upstairs or not.
I think there was an inside edge onto the pad.
Cross seam, we spoke a lot about that yesterday. To try and see if you can get any uneven bounce, maybe deviation off the pitch.
This is a really good over. He's got his lines spot on. Pereira is a very experienced campaigner. We know that. We've seen him for years. Here's a look at the power play work so far.
The boundary square of the wicket for Danushka Gunatilaka. Walton, the only wicket to fall to, and only fear the wicket taker. Definite plan, but Gunatilaka, he's a classy player, quality player. Rides the bounce and the extra bounce and picking up those boundaries. He's picked up 7 already.
Yeah, quite enjoyed that cover drive. It was beautifully executed stroke for him.
Just a fraction short. Tried to pounce on it, didn't make the most of it. A single only, so 3 runs off this first over from the major.
In a very good over so far, just the 3 singles earlier in the over. Height. Height was always in question. Important delivery from Pereira. And he gets a dot. Just a 3 from the captain in that 7th over. It's 56 for 1.
Saurav, which way is the match going to go?
Match? मुझे पता है which way. दादा की टीम नीचे जा रही है और मेरी टीम ऊपर.
खुद को चैंप समझते हो तो प्ले विद चैंपियंस. आपकी टीम जीतेगी या मेरी? देखते हैं My 11 सर्कल पे. मेक योर टीम ओनली ऑन My 11 सर्कल. डाउनलोड द ऐप नाउ.
अपना रंग है हिंदुस्तान. It's time to show cricket's true colour. Men in blue will lock horns with Australia in second ODI, Sunday 29th November, 8 AM onwards. Only on Sony Sports channels.
Very good over from Pereira first up. The captain has dragged that run rate back just to 8 now. So just 1 over has made a little bit of a difference. That's all it takes in this format. Just a couple of good overs strung together and suddenly things can change quite a bit. Always a bit of action when there's a leg spinner around the place.
One in the Hasaranga. Geez, he's a star. He's a future star, that's for sure. Real competitor, brilliant in the field, bowls wicket to wicket and can hit a ball. But most importantly, he's got that attitude, he's got that arrogance.
To have a leg spinner in your lineup, it's a luxury for the captain. Gives you flexibility when you're under pressure. You can always introduce the leg spinner in order to pick up a wicket. And he's a wicket taker.
As they all are in this format. How good is it for the game that suddenly the T20 formats come along and all these wrist spinners have come into the
सपोर्ट करो।
him. That is terrific. So suddenly the leg spinner is in the game. That is a big wicket. It's a really good over. A couple of good overs being strung together, and that is the difference it makes.
That's what I was trying to say too, Hazy. 11 balls, just the 5 singles. And the batsman, well, he tried this shot before. He missed it. Oh, how about that? Glove onto bat onto stump. Hasaranga, this is what he does. He picks up wickets. The Stallions have struck. Danushka Gunatilaka was doing all the damage. 38 off 30. He's on his way back. Gladiators 58 for 2.
करोड़ों फैंस खेलेंगे, करोड़ों फैंस जीतेंगे। कौन जीतेगा और क्या जीतेगा? my11circle.com पे आओ और खुद जान जाओ। डाउनलोड द ऐप नाउ।
The entire stadium will be covered with cricket's true color. Fans will cheer for men in blue. India Tour of Australia, only on Sony Sports channels.
No one will sleep tonight.
Cause it's Champions League, bro!
Because the champion of champions and the best football clubs are back. Only in the UEFA Champions League. Live and exclusive on Sony 10 2.
Manuka Rajapaksa, he's an exciting player. Still not lived up to expectations. He's played for Sri Lanka. 96, a high score. He's one of those players who's very instinctive and will surprise you in the areas that he can hit. A job to do. 2 wickets have fallen.
Yeah, he's a strong lad, isn't he?
How can he finish this over? 2 runs only so far and a wicket as well. And that is very good. It's just going to be the single, so that's 3 runs and a wicket of his first over. That is really good stuff. 59 for 2.
डिसीजन पेंडिंग है, पर तुम्हारा डिसीजन अभी ले लो। My11 सर्कल पे अपनी टीम बनाओ और मुझे हराओ। खुद को चैंप समझते हो तो प्ले विद चैंपियंस। डाउनलोड My11 सर्कल ऐप नाउ।
अपना रंग है हिंदुस्तान।
It's time
to show cricket's true colour. Men in blue will lock horns with Australia in second ODI, Sunday 29th November, 8 AM onwards. Only on Sony Sports channels.
Freedy is on that list to come in next. And he's not too far away from getting involved in the game. There's always plenty of interest from Pakistan in particular. I mentioned before that this is going live to Pakistan. I'm sure everyone there is thoroughly enjoying this telecast. Pereira again, his first over is a beauty. Certainly not giving anything away.
It's all about pairing off well. It's all about complementing your partner, whether it's batting or bowling. The previous over by the captain was an economical one. It impelled the batsman to take few chances, and Hasaranga prevailed.
That's good bowling. That's extraordinary, that dismissal. Off the glove and on the middle of the bat. That's a beautiful shot. That is magnificent. That's right over the top, and that has gone. That has gone for 6 runs. What a superb knock that is.
Easy as you like. Effortless. Just timed the ball. And it kept going.
Not a big stride. It was a good length delivery. That's the length that has been working for the Stallions. Otherwise, Pereira's been brilliant. Even that ball was good. Single, so he'll be happy. He's pulled it back. 9 bowled. 68 for 2. Evenly poised, the Stallions have pulled it back somewhat. Lyndon Hannibals, no exercise for him. It's the strategic timeout.
भैया अगर वो वॉटसन है तो हम भी अपने अम्मा के सन हैं और वॉटसन का वो अटवा देखो ऑलराउंडर होना अलग बात प्लेइंग 11 चुनना अलग इस बार अगर वॉटसन 11 की वाट नहीं लगा दी ना मेरी 11 ने
You were saying something, mate?
No, sir.
Think you're a champ? Then prove you're a champ. My 11 is ready. Is yours?
My11circle.com. Rebel Women's Big Bash League final tomorrow, 1:40 p.m. Live on Sony 10-2.
Australia tour on Sony. Tour on Sony and Zimbabwe tour on Sony. Champions League on Sony. WWE on Sony. Australian Open, Euro 2020, Olympic Games, Tokyo 2020 on Sony. Only on Sony Sports Network, on Sony Sports Network, on Sony Sports Network, on Sony Sports Network, on Sony Sports Network.
Nine overs gone. 68 for 2 at the moment. Now, if they continue at this rate, they'll get to just past the 150 mark.